The following program was provided by an independent producer solely responsible for its content. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.
Hi, this is Ken Gidge. We just had an election for mayor, and Mr. Donchis won. He is mayor-elect. Now, I didn't vote for Mr. Donchis. I voted for Mr. Williams. But Mr. Donchis did win, so he is our mayor. And I certainly, in any way, will work with him, especially when it comes to rail. As a four-term state representative and an individual who's really wants rail, if he has the opportunity before he is sworn in, he should gather all the state representatives here in the Nashua area. 50% of them are not voting for rail, yet they will tell you to your face they are, and then go to Concord and vote against it. So, Mr. Donchis, congratulations. I will do what I can to help you in any way. And to Mr. Williams, you put up a good fight. I'm sure Mr. Donchis will do an excellent job. He had done an excellent job before. So, my telephone number for Mr. Donchis is 864-9332. Now, let's start our show, which is the Art of Politics. Of course, the Art of Politics has the good Democrat,
the liberal,
and the bad Republican.
Fiction and fact. You notice I stayed out of that garbage you just said about Nashua because I have nothing to do with it. I'm, being from Londonderry there, and it's a shame. Chris was a great guy. I was rooting from outside the city there, hoping he won. But, hey, whoever it is, we'll work with him.
But, I know Jim, and I've known him a long time.
Right.
The reason why I didn't vote for him is it makes no difference now. That's over.
Right.
Once the election's over, then we work together.
Right.
To do
Without a doubt.
do.
Everyone comes back.
Do
they have like a unity lunch or breakfast here in Nashua?
Well, I don't think I'm invited to anything. Actually, I'm invited to nothing.
You're invited, yeah. So you're used to it. I bet your wife gets invited.
I'm the only state representative who is invited to nothing.
Does your wife get invited?
No parties, no Christmas, no cookouts. It's because I
invited you to my house a couple of times, and I invited you out to dinner only because you have a nice wife.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I would have never invited you. Because you don't pay.
But
you're cheap.
Well, I'll tell you. The interesting thing about not getting invited even to the Democrat stuff, and I'm a Democrat, is that I am very independent. And I come from Ward 6, and we've got some awful independent people there.
Yeah, what do you mean awful? They're good people,
well,
I'm sure.
Awful meant
I'll be calling them awful.
In a very good way.
I hope there's no Republicans independent in his district, but he just called you awful.
What are you
I disagree with him.
You
just called them awful.
I have Republicans who vote for me. For God's sake.
Yeah, right. Okay, in your dreams.
Yeah.
If they only seen your voting record.
Republican voters. I don't have any Republican politicians.
You have my uncle who lives in Nashua. He's a Democrat.
You haven't been over there to see him.
No, I haven't been over in a while. Yeah.
I won't go into how crazy he is.
Yeah.
But He is, and in fact, I'm not sure if he'll even let people put signs on his lawn anymore.
Yeah, wow.
I think he's got to that point. So how are you doing?
I'm doing great. Can't complain. As you know, I was in Vegas last night. I got a phone call from some friends of mine. Want to have a reunion in Florida, New Year's Eve.
Ah,
You know, they're Marine buddies of mine. I
Yeah,
served
sure,
with, and some of
sure.
us go back to '77. Been friends for a long time. So I made reservations for the wife and I to go there on the 30th of December and
Okay.
come back to January 6th from Florida.
oh wow.
So we're going to hang out in Clearwater on the beach and stuff for a week.
Oh, that's great.
So my wife's all excited. She said she can get vacation time. So it's nice.
Yeah, it is nice.
Yep. So I'm enjoying life. You know what I mean? For it's my time.
You are.
Mm-hmm.
And I do argue about you quite a bit because you are a staunch Republican. But I must say something. I want to give you a little credit. I mean, I'm kind of in the mood. of
Let me
giving
brace
people-
myself for this one now.
When it comes to veterans issues, I don't know another person who does more Republican or Democrat. I want to thank you.
Well, thank you.
I really honestly
Yeah.
want to thank you. I tried to go in, but I couldn't because my deafness and also I had a cancer, colostromyelitis. It's kind of a cancer.
Well, you
It's
know-
in my leg. So I still, from
mean-
15 years old, I still walk with a limp.
Yeah.
Believe it or not. So
Don't
I
worry
didn't go,
about
but
it. With your mentality, I mean, I know you're being nice, and I'd have to shoot you before you got us killed. That's our Marine mentality. But anyways, hey, it's not just me. I may be a loud voice, but you got guys like Frank from up north. You got, matter of fact, Chris. Geez, my brain is dead. Chris.
we know that.
Yeah.
Can I get that in writing? Richard, I want a copy of this show. He admitted his brain is
Yeah,
dead.
it is right now. I mean, I had a pretty big lunch today trying to, with the
pawn
town
down a
manager,
couple,
with some contractors trying to get to build a assisted living in our town, because it's in our,
Yeah, you're a
town
rich town.
needs. Yeah, we're looking to have that
Yeah,
done.
and Nashua pays for you.
But Chris,
You are a donor.
yeah, but to get back what I was starting to say,
We give you money.
Chris Roberts is a Democrat out in Keene.
I know Chris very well.
Chris and I served in the Marines together, same unit. We went to Desert Storm.
Did you really?
Yes.
You were together?
We were in the same unit during peacetime, and then when we got activated for war, I was the operations chief. He was the assistant operations officer, and I worked directly for the major. He used to think I worked for him. I said, no, I don't work for you. I work for the major. But he's a great guy. But anyways, he's a Democrat. He's a loud voice on veterans issues.
He is.
Robert Taburge up in Berlin. Okay, another Democrat, loud voice on veterans issues. Frank McCarthy, a Republican up there in Franconia Notch area. Another loud voice. I mean, we have them there. It's just not Al Baldessaro. I can't take all the credit. I may be the loudest and not politically correct.
You are the look.
when it comes to veterans.
Somebody like me, I don't have a loud face. Okay.
My wife tells me I got a good-looking face.
You have a loud face.
She tells me I got a face for TV.
Now, I am watching Donald Trump sign his paperwork, and there is a gloating, big smile, loud face. You were standing
looked good, didn't
there.
I?
You went nationally.
Yeah. Did you notice how he turned around when he was talking about veterans? He said, here's my veteran, shook my hand and said, thank you, Al, and all that. You see that on TV?
No, I did not.
It was on the O'Reilly show. They showed it on O'Reilly.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, it went national.
I wouldn't brag about that.
Why?
O'Reilly.
I think Trump is the only one really out of all talking veterans. I mean, you got Clinton there saying, oh, the VA, the Republicans are pushing the issue with the VA. We have problems in the VA around the country.
You have, yes.
We have major problems.
Yes, we understand that. Everybody understands it. Simply is the VA was this after a war. Now comes Iraq and a couple other skirmishes, and all of a sudden, all these people try to get into the VA.
Yeah, but that's still no
for the
excuse.
services.
That's no excuse.
So what happens is it had to grow.
No, that's no excuse. What happened
is
is
an
we still have,
excuse.
in some of them, we still have World War II models. Okay?
Oh, okay.
And what they
I thought
need
the
to
VA
do.
was run very well.
Well, the thing, some of them are. Here in Manchester, we don't have a VA hospital. We have an urgent care center. We have specialized clinics. I'm seeing there all the time because I'm one of the guys that's sick from Desert Storm. I have many medical issues. I had my gallbladder out. I had the first stage of, they caught in time polyps that were cancerous when I was 43. I'm sick from Desert Storm, and I take 7, 8 medicines. I got a stent put in for my heart attack. But the bottom line is, I'm like the ever-ready battery. I keep going and going and going.
You know, the heart attack is interesting because you had a heart attack while you were at the State House.
I was in the governor's office with the Blue Star Mothers, with Governor John Lynch, because he was pretty good on veterans.
He's having a heart attack, so he goes through this, he goes to a couple things, and then he drives himself to the hospital.
Yeah. Well, you know, one of the things we learn in life-saving steps in the Marine Corps, keep the blood pumping, keep moving. You know what I mean? If
No, I
stop
think when
the
you
bleed,
have a
there was
heart
no
attack,
bleeding.
you're supposed to kind of be quiet.
You know something? If I was quiet and laid there, I was on the 2nd floor. Then I had to go to the 4th floor to go get some papers. There was a young lady down there having problems with the family court. Yeah, I took the elevator. But anyways, Ann Fitzgerald, who was one of the director of all the researchers, she said, "Al, you don't look good. You better go to the doc. Go find the nurse." So I left there, gave the papers to the lady that I copied. Went looking for the nurse. I couldn't find her. She wasn't around.
Yeah.
So I jumped in my truck. I said, I knew something was wrong. It was getting worse. It was going across my chest.
Yeah.
My arm was getting numb.
Yeah.
But the way I kept going is I kept moving my arms to keep the blood going, flowing. And I drove right to the emergency room in Concord, 2.5 miles away.
Do they keep you there?
Oh, they got me right in the operating room. Once they put something over my chest, took a picture, they sat me in this chair. I'm all strapped up, and I was kind of going in and out because next thing you know, they got me up going upstairs. And one of the nurses, who was a state rep at the time, she whispered in my ear, "Al, you have your gun on you?" And I said, "No, but it's locked up in my truck." Because I knew I was going. I took it off anyway. But anyway, that time I was carrying. But and Concord Hospital was great. They got me in, and they said it was the Widowmaker, the main valve or artery that was blocked, and they put a stent in, and here I am. Making life miserable for you Democrats.
Oh, absolutely. And talking about making things miserable for Democrats, is it my imagination or is it you and Bill O'Brien are trying to make it miserable for Kelly Ayotte, a Republican?
I love Kelly. I used to do a lot of her speaking out
All
of
right,
veterans.
But
when Planned Parenthood, when she voted to fund that, when she voted to take away some money, and I can go on, but right now I'm not gonna. Okay, a lot of her votes,
so you're
the Clean
against
Water,
her.
Act.
You're against her now.
No, it's not that I'm against her. I said to the newspaper reporter, if you looked at the front page a couple of days ago, there was an article by the union lawyer, Dan
National TV,
Right.
Fox News, front page. I can't get it in the paper if I run over a nun.
Don't forget that I was invited to the Oval Office, at the White House.
Yeah, the Oval Office.
Don't forget that I was.
I'm not even. They don't even want me in Washington.
Don't forget, I was the
State.
only state representative in the country invited to the White House Forum on licensing credentialing put on by Mrs. Obama. I had an opportunity to shake her hand, say hello, how are you doing? And it was awesome. And I had a lot to say. I was a loud voice on license because of a piece of legislation I sponsored here in New Hampshire, where we make sure that anyone coming out of the military who has a MOS, military occupational specialty, could be a corpsman, medical, you could be a truck driver, you could be an electrician, carpenter, plumber, you're school trained. So what we did was we waived the schooling, and you'd come take the test.
Oh.
And if you pass the test, then you get certified, or you get your license, or like electrician, or plumber, or carpenter.
Then you move over and...
You get right to work, get the veteran right to work.
Yeah.
So I was involved because of the legislation I passed here through the help of Republicans and Democrats.
Did it work?
Oh, it worked, yeah, because on the federal level, Mrs. Obama was trying to do that, and we had companies there that were sitting at the table, and I'm the only state rep, and they started talking. I said, wait a minute. You want to put this off and off, for down the road there, and let's see what we can do here and there. I'm telling you what the issues. That's what I said at the table.
Really?
I said, you can't wait. These guys are being put out now. And what happened is everything they did, nothing went to fruition, any type of legislation. It's a shame. But I'm glad we here in New Hampshire set the example. And even though it was my bill, but it was the help of Republicans and Democrats.
Let's get something really straight.
You notice I said with Republicans and Democrats.
Yeah, no, let's get something really straight. The only way anyone ever gets anything done is with both parties.
That's not
period.
true. That's not true. That's not true. We have
Well,
whoever has the majority.
excuse
You guys
me,
railroaded Medicaid expansion
wait.
and other stuff there. That's not true.
Oh, please.
By the Democrats, all Republicans voted no.
Please. Well, didn't you
Okay.
get your Speaker of the House with the Democrats?
Yes, right. The Democrats and a few rhinos and some old boy networks. Yes, you got the speaker in.
Look, I guess my point is, look, if you ever really want to get anything done, you've got to make friends with
without a
everybody.
doubt. You know,
come on now. I've done stuff for you.
Talking about friends.
And I'm going to need your help on one.
Hey, when you're talking about friends, one of the most liberal legislators in the State House, my good friend Catherine Rogers, her and I sponsored a bill. She
What is
sponsored, I co-sponsored.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the bill is.
What happened is the case in, let me tell you the reason why.
Is it bestiality?
Bestiality. There was a case in Keene on bestiality, and there was no law because bestiality here in New Hampshire is legal.
What do you mean?
When I say bestiality, meaning having sex with animals, okay?
Having sex with
With
animals.
animals, whether it be horses or whether it be goats or dogs. You know,
Are you
you're laughing
serious?
about
No,
that. Is that a Democrat thing?
Hold on.
Huh?
Hold
Is
on
that a
second.
Democrat thing? You're laughing.
Does it come to the point where you got to have a bill that you can't have sex with a goat?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Really? No
Yes.
sheep?
Because in Keene,
No cows?
they could not, cruelty to the animal, they couldn't do anything in Keene on
Was
this case
there
here.
anyone doing this in
So
Keene?
now, yes.
There was somebody having sex
Yes.
with animals in
yes.
Keene?
Now, Catherine
Then
Rogers,
why don't
who
we
was a
just
former
cut
prosecutor.
Keene off?
Can't do that because they're part of the New Hampshire team.
Oh, no.
We can't do
You
that.
haven't- you can't
Even
have-
though I would love to cut them off because there's a lot of liberals there, but my good friend Chris Roberts is there. By the way, he just lost the mayor's seat there, and it's a shame, you know. But
By how much?
I don't know how many votes there. It was close, but he gave it his best shot.
Yeah. Well, Chris.
And he just had a stroke.
Chris just had a stroke.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't know. He's had triple bypass. He has one of those little fibrillators or whatever in his heart keeping him living.
Really?
But he's a go-getter, keeps going.
So, okay, bestiality.
But anyways, bestiality.
No, all right, let me ask you this question because I think it's very important. All right? Bestiality. Are you trying to tell me that people in Keene, New Hampshire,
Not people, a lot of people. There was a case.
all right, one case
Right.
of someone having sex with an animal.
Right.
What kind of an animal?
I don't know what kind.
You don't know.
I just know it was an animal. You're right.
It was an animal.
And so what happened is Catherine Rogers came to me
Well,
because she knows.
wait a minute. How come we haven't heard about this?
I don't know.
Was it in the news?
If you're watching this here, you can probably do a Google check on bestiality, and you will be
Okay,
shocked
so what
on
do
the
you,
states that
so,
where it's approved.
So what's the bill say?
Okay, what the bill is saying, if the person commits bestiality by intentionally committing any of the following acts: engaging in organizing, promoting, conducting, advertising, aiding, abetting, participating in an observer, or performing any service in the furtherance of sexual contact or sexual penetration with an animal, making it illegal. Because you know, Catherine and I sponsored Dog Day. You know, for
Okay,
service
all right.
dogs.
Let's continue with this. I know
Okay?
the dog day.
Yeah,
I
but
got
I'm
that.
saying is
bestiality.
but
I mean,
we worked across the aisle on
is
this.
is it enough? Because the Republicans seem like they want to throw bills at everything.
No, that's not true.
Is it enough?
This is a Democrat's
Do you
bill.
have to
Listen to
make-
me
excuse
before
me,
you run your
do
lips.
you have
This is a
to
Democrat's
do
bill.
well, she might not be a Democrat.
No.
She might be a Republican.
No, Catherine
there
Rogers.
are Democrats who are Republicans.
Catherine Rogers
and there
is
are
one of the
Republicans
biggest
who are
liberals
Democrats. We know that.
in New Hampshire,
Yeah.
but she's my friend.
Where is she from?
She's from Concord.
Concord.
And she asked
Where the
me
state
out,
hospital
will
is.
you co-sponsor on this? And I'm saying, I didn't know
How
it was an
can-
issue. But when she told me about the case in Keene,
but is
I said, I'd be more than happy to help
Is
you.
it truly an issue?
Well, she
Is
believes
this
it
a
is.
waste of time?
She believes
Is this
she
a
believes it
waste
is.
of what the taxpayers pay us?
She believes it is. I
Well,
don't think so.
she believes, but do you believe in it?
You know, if this is going on in the state like she told me it is, then I
I mean,
believe
is it
in
rampant?
Because
I mean, is people falling in love with animals?
well,
what?
she seems to think it is.
She seems
Yes.
to think it is.
And if in fact
Why
she has
haven't
all
I
the
heard
facts,
about it?
because you're blinded.
don't listen to
because
anything.
you all support Hillary Clinton with all her emails
Oh,
and illegal
Hillary.
classified. You all
The
close your eyes,
more-
block your ears, close your mouth.
The more
Yous don't stand up for
people
it right.
see Hillary Clinton and listen to Hillary Clinton, everybody knows there is not a person more qualified
That's a bunch
than
of BS.
Hillary Clinton.
That is a bunch of BS.
She shall be the first
You know, some
woman president
if you're a
in the
Republican,
United States of
a
America.
if you're a Republican, a Democrat, an independent, libertarian, she has to be held accountable for those 4 Americans that were killed in Benghazi.
Right. Here we go.
There's proof.
You won't let
There's
go
proof.
of it, will you?
No, why should I?
You won't let go
That's
of it.
lost
No,
Americans. Why would I?
All right, let
That
me
was
ask,
on her
all right,
watch.
okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to ask him a
That's
question.
on her watch.
And he will not answer it.
Okay.
How many soldiers should have been there?
There should have been probably about maybe a platoon. You know,
A platoon is
yeah,
what?
A platoon is about 33 people. Okay.
There should have been
you could even have a
33
squad.
people.
Even if you had a squad of 12 Marines, 13 Marines, you would have sustained fire right then and there and stopped them. Those 3 Navy SEALs. Listen to me for a second.
You were not going to stop a major
That's
attack.
a bunch of BS. 3 Navy
can't.
SEAls held off all them terrorists for 7 hours in a firefight. 3 Navy SEAls. If they had the Marines that were 2 miles down the road at the embassy, helping them out.
Now you're stretching
Hillary
it.
was at
Now,
home.
Yeah, you
Hillary
are.
went home.
Just 2 miles down the road.
Hillary,
yeah, I
where
know.
was Hillary when the phone call came
Hillary
in?
Clinton.
Where was-
Hillary Clinton
you know
is the
something?
best that.
You know what
Do
makes
you
me laugh?
think
You
that
all you liberals
Rubio
turn
or
your back.
Trump or what's the crazy guy? Hey, listen, what's this guy doing?
Who?
The guy who's tied with Trump.
Who? Ben Carson?
Ben,
I don't know.
he's
Why?
saying that what was it? Joseph had built the pyramids to put grain in. What is he, nuts? He's crazy. The pyramids were 2,000 years before Christ, and Joseph built the pyramids to put rice in.
Well, didn't he go under?
He's nuts.
Didn't one of the movies that my ex-wife used to watch all these movies there, and they showed where they where Jesus came in and gave them opportunities to let the slaves go. Do you
It
remember
wasn't
that?
Jesus. It was Moses.
Okay, that's right, Moses. Okay,
Yes.
I'm glad you clarified that. I'm just trying to go off memory there, and there was something with the grain that they built all these things
All
in the
right,
movie.
let
I'm
us-
wondering if that's where he got that out of the Bible.
Oh, yes,
And-
but he
and
wants to
I'm
be.
a Catholic,
he
and
wants
I'm
to
not
be-
a real Bible
He wants
reader.
to be a president, and he's making stupid statements.
You know, but it may be stupid
That
to you,
will-
but to the Catholics and the religious
that's
people, it's not.
idiotic.
But
and
listen,
dumb.
to you
And
Democrats, it is.
nobody is going to believe that.
To you Democrats, it is,
But
because
before-
many years are atheists.
You know, you're not going to get me
Many
off-
years
you're
are
not gonna
atheists.
give
Did
me-
you hear me?
Ladies and
Many
gentlemen.
you are atheists.
Who?
Many you Democrats.
Who? Oh,
Many.
I see. Now the Democrats are atheists.
You notice I said many.
I really.
I said many,
I'm
not all.
So happy. You can't remember anything, but all right.
No, many.
Let us
Many
get back
are.
to you. Are you? Who is going to run against Ayotte of the Republicans?
I don't know. Time will
Will
tell.
it Bill O'Brien?
Time will tell.
By the way, I
will
emailed
tell.
him, and
Yeah.
he was very. Listen, I've known Bill. He can say stuff to me. I will never, because we talk back
Right.
and forth. We Democrats wouldn't
Bill
want
is
to
probably
know
one of the-
sometimes, and some of the Republicans wouldn't want to know what you think. Okay, we trust each other.
Right.
But he writes me back this email that is so it's so like, I don't trust you, Kenny, and this is what I'm saying. And I thought, that's not right, Bill.
Because he's
I'm
right.
one of your favorite people.
Yeah, but you
I thought
can't
it
be
was.
if you're bringing it up here on the show, a personal conversation you had with an email. So apparently, he's right then.
I wouldn't
Bill
say
O'Brien, you're right.
anything.
I don't trust him either
No,
now.
no. I like Bill, but
Yeah.
my whole
But why
point
would you
is,
bring up that
is
email
there
then?
any? I guess what he was trying to do, and I understand it. He was trying to say, look, it may not be me,
Right.
but there may
He's
be
right.
somebody else.
A decision
but
has
we
not
only
been made.
want one to
Right.
run, and we don't want a
Right.
dozen to run.
That he's right.
Now, do you believe there's anyone more qualified than him to run against Kelly Ayotte
there
as
may
a
be-
Republican?
Yeah, there may be a couple. There may be a
Would you
couple.
want him to run against Kelly Ayotte?
You know, Bill O'Brien is a very good friend of mine. He's probably one of the best minds, conservative minds in the state that understands budget, the numbers game, everything. And what he did in this state
The
to
question,
fix your $900 million
the
deficit hole
question
that the
is,
Democrats
do
did
you want him
is
to run
unbelievable.
against Kelly Ayotte?
I would support him if he did.
All right. Who else would you think could run?
I'm not going to bring up anything right now.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we will say right here, it will be Bill O'Brien, Republican, running against Kelly Ayotte.
He's running his mouth. It's not true.
If he
Bill
runs
O'Brien has
against,
nobody has committed.
I'll tell you what. If he runs against Kelly Ayotte, I will help him.
Would you?
I don't like Kelly Ayotte. FRM.
Personally, I like Kelly. She's great on veterans issues. You
don't think Bill O'Brien would be good on veterans
I know Bill
issues?
O'Brien would too.
Would you rather have Kelly Ayotte or would you rather have Bill O'Brien?
Did you not just said that I would?
Ladies and gentlemen, he's going to tell me.
Clean your ears out for a second. Clean your ears out.
We don't have much time.
Did you hear what I said? I would support Bill O'Brien.
All right. Who would you rather have, Bill O'Brien or Kelly Ayotte?
What don't you understand?
Ladies and gentlemen.
I would support Bill O'Brien.
All right, Bill O'Brien. Okay, I say Bill O'Brien.
But it's not committed. It's not. See, you're just trying to start some BS. I know how you are.
I am not.
Bill O'Brien has not committed to step up. Okay?
I know. He was very clear with that.
Yes, he has not committed. So right now, there's people calling him all over the state, calling Bill to run.
Ladies and gentlemen, it will be Bill O'Brien who will run against Kelly Ayotte, and he will win, and he will be the next what?
The next senator, if he runs.
All right.
But
now, how can people get in touch with you? Because we're only doing a half hour and 2 minutes and
that was
13
fast.
seconds.
I don't understand this. I didn't get to slap you around.
I know, not yet.
Well, you can go to www.albaldessaro.com, or you can reach me on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, or you can call me at 425-6997, or come by my house, 41 Hall Road in Londonderry, New Hampshire.
And people can get me on Facebook. Also, I have a website called Gidge World. I'm an artist. You can go and look at some of my artwork.
He's in his own world.
I'm also on Instagram. Have you been on Instagram?
I sure am.
You have to get on Instagram.
I am on Instagram.
I have 2,100 followers.
I use that more with my children. Instagram.
I have 2,100 followers. Yeah. And let me tell you something. I want to talk about good art. Wow.
Right.
The things are taking place.
Well,
so what are you going to be doing next week?
You are a good artist.
What are you going to be doing next week?
What am I going to be doing next week? Well, it's veterans. I got the Marine Corps birthday luncheon, and on Wednesday we're at the Concord. We're going to raise the Marine Corps flag, 8 o'clock in the morning. I have a breakfast for Marine Corps birthday. Then I have veterans ceremonies all the way up until the 13th, and then I am in a parade Saturday morning. I got a breakfast Saturday morning for Veterans Day. I got so much going on, in the Marine Corps birthday ball, November 13th. Marine Corps birthday, November 10th. Happy birthday, Marines.
Good. How old are they?
We're 240 years old.
240. All right. Well, we're coming close to the end of the show. Again, congratulations, Jim Donchis. You're going to be mayor.
Congratulations.
You are going to need help, definitely, from your state representatives. Please call me, 864-9332. You can call me at 864-9332, and I'll help you. Gather the state representatives together, and let's have a meeting before you are sworn in. Your lovely wife, where is she?
She's home, waiting for me. Oh, she's on the way. Hey, have the mayor call me, and I'll educate him on real.
All right.
It's not going nowhere.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. This is a short show this week.
The preceding program was provided by an independent producer solely responsible for its content. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.